He says the real economy worldwide has not been that bad. He says the Chinese government is likely to support share prices and the economy. He says investors should pay attention to those 2 points.
The minister advised us to observe calmly the continuous fall of stock prices, but it's quite natural. People feel anxious about this unusual streak of fall. Rather than Japanese real economy, the external factors overseas are affecting the trend. Yes, maybe the uncertain prospects of Chinese economy are certainly one of the major causes of this downward trend, but the Japanese economic activities are spreading around the world, so we have to pay attention to what's happening overseas.
The body of a 3-year-old girl was found in a condo unit in Sayama City, Saitama Prefecture, with a burn on her face. Her body showed traces of what appeared to be physical abuse. The mother was arrested along with her partner on suspicion of negligence. Police said the municipal authorities had visited the apartment 4 times in response to nearby residents' alerts, but their visits did not save the child's life. Last Saturday, a 3-year-old girl was found dead in a second-floor condo unit in Sayama City, Saitama Prefecture. The child had a burn on her face. The child was Hazuki Fujimoto. The girl's mother, Ayaka Fujimoto, did not treat the burn or take the child to the hospital. The mother was arrested along with her partner, Yuki Okawara, on suspicion of negligence. Police say the mother and her partner have admitted to the charge that they did not treat the burn or take the child to hospital. A resident of the same condominium had this to say about the family. He says he saw the father and daughter together in a nearby supermarket. He says they were an ordinary family. This man works at a grocery store near the condo. He says Okawara bought some cakes for the child. He also says Okawara appeared to be the girl's father, and once said the child liked the cake and he wanted to buy another one. He says the father appeared to have loved the child so much that he came back to buy the cake. This neighbor says he heard something unusual. He says he would hear loud crying 4 or 5 times a week. He says he may have heard the crying every day and some weeks lasting an hour or 2 at a time. The neighbor recalls what he saw last summer. He says he saw Hazuki sobbing outside her condo and he asked her what's wrong. He says he remembers scolding Okawara, one of the suspects, for making the girl cry. In June and July, police received alerts from neighbors who said a child was left abandoned in front of the home or that they heard loud crying. Police officers visited the home of the girl to see what was going on, but found no traces of Hazuki being abused, so they did not report the case to the local child care counseling center. The worker at the grocery store says he recently heard a child sobbing in the condo.
芽生えが出てくると、それで今までは全部ね、後ろ向きの整理整頓、でもこれからは少しずつ新たに成長するものが出てくるということは、完全にね、こういう問題全部解決するじゃなくて、
道筋をつけるみたいな意味ですね。
というふうに思います。
鹿野さん、今の見通しいかがですか？
私はもっと悲観的でありまして、去年ね、10月ぐらいだったですかね、ちょっと日付忘れましたけども、G20 のその増床会議っていうのがトルコのアンカラであったことがあって、でそこのところでその財政部長をやってるロー・ジーウェイさんというロー財政部長っていう人が記者会見でですね、これから中国はね、5年ぐらいは厳しい時期が続くと思うと。 行った後でですね、いやひょっとすると10年かもしれないって言ったんですけどね。このローさんの発言に注目する理由はですね、2年半ぐらい前にね、成長を維持するのかそれとももうちょっと下げてもいいのかっていうね、問題についてもう日本の感覚で言うとね、これ閣内不一致と言われても仕方ないってぐらいはっきりと見方が分かれたことがあったんです。でその時に成長率をこれからダウンさせてもね、やっぱりこう構造改革とかなんとかをしていかなきゃいけないっていう方の筆頭に立ったのがローさんなんですよね。でそれから2年半経ってどう動いたかを振り返ってみると、もうローさんの言った通りに動いてきてるんですよね。7.5 から7になり 6.5 になり、まさになんていうか彼の別に彼がすごい権力者だってわけじゃないけども、彼のような見方が今政府の中で主流を占めてその2年半このやってきたんだよねっていうことになってる。でその人がやっぱり5年ないし10年は厳しい時期が続くと思うっていうことを言ってるっていうのは僕はね理由のあることだと思います。やっぱりその投資バブルが、やっちゃって、まあそれで破裂をするとは言わないけども、やっぱりもうその後遺症をねなんとかこうこらえなきゃいけないっていう、もうここで無理すると本当に大変なことになるから、しばらくはもうそのトンネルの中をじっと我慢しなきゃいけないっていう時期に入ったっていうことだと思うんですね。ただまあ逆に言うとね、そうやってそのもうこれ以上無理してその高成長を狙うっていうことを自制できているんであればですね、大変な大外しっていうかハードランディングみたいなことは避けられそうだということでもあるので、僕はある意味ではね今中国経済がなかなか好転する兆しがないっていうのはね、グッドニュースだと。その調子で無理はしないでくださいっていう感じですね。
でも10年ぐらいかかるだろうっていう可能性もあるけどね、
まあそれはどれくらいなんていうかな、そのアメリカみたいにね市場経済原理でガーンと物事が進められる国は5年で済むかもしれない。日本みたいな国は10年以上かかったと。中国はどうだろうというと、今の中国共産党のやり方から見るとですね、そんなに5年で全部終了なんてことになりそうもないんですよね。今ね中国はニューエコノミーって言われるところがね相当商品なんだとサービス成長してるんです。ここはね発育はむしろ日本よりいいと思いますよ、残念ながらね。だけどもオールドで過剰債務で過剰設備で国有企業中心で地方政府あってね、こっちの方がですねなかなか整理が進まないと思うんです。全部政治の責任になってまた共産党がそれを気にするから、民の批判をね、なかなかこう進められなくて隠蔽してっていう方に行っちゃうんで、なかなかこれ進まないっていうことになると、アメリカみたいに5年でね、はいミッションコンプリーテッドってことにはならなくて、まだまだだからそこの悪抜けしませんなっていう感じが続くんじゃないかなと思います。
周さんは先ほどね、その殺さなくちゃいけないですとおっしゃいました。殺すって何かってまさに今言われたみたいな人口経済産業における合理化だとか国有企業の整理統合とか地方におけるその地方政府の借金のその徹底的な洗い出しとかね、そういったものをそういう意味ですね、殺さなきゃいけないっていうのは。
He said the result of the police analysis is questionable. He said the testimony of the victim is too vague and cannot be trusted. He reversed the lower court ruling and found the man not guilty. During the high court proceedings, prosecutors conducted a DNA test to prove the man was guilty without telling the court. The judge severely criticized this action. Okada said such a test was unnecessary and that important data was lost. He said conducting the secret test was against good faith and could have undermined the fairness of the trial.
秘密裏とか成功裏とかよく言うでしょ。
Deputy Chief of the Fukuoka High Public Prosecutor's Office, Kazunori Nakada, says it's regrettable that the prosecutor's claims have not been accepted. He said the prosecutor's office will examine the ruling closely and decide what to do.
In the Diet, heated words were exchanged today in a lower house budget committee meeting. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's remarks on amending the constitution sparked lots of debate among the ruling and opposition parties. The reverberations from his comments spread through the Nagatocho political district today. In an NHK political debate program on Sunday, Prime Minister Abe was asked whether he will aim to secure the two-thirds support to propose the constitutional amendment in the next upper house election this summer. Abe says some parties, including initiatives from Osaka, are willing to revise the constitution. He says he wants to work with people who have a strong sense of responsibility to secure the two-thirds support. The Secretary General of the Initiatives from Osaka Party spoke today about the Prime Minister's remarks. Nobuyuki Baba says he thinks it most important for politicians to make an achievement, and so his party wants to join Abe if permitted. Secretary General Sadakazu Tanigaki of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party had this to say. Tanigaki says he thinks joining hands with the largest opposition party is most appropriate to push for the constitutional amendment. Komeito leader Natsuo Yamaguchi gave his view. He says it's important to deepen debate on the issue because there's insufficient debate at present. He also says he thinks it's not realistic building a consensus on the direction of the constitutional revision and providing people with the issue as a focal point during the upper house election. In today's lower house budget committee meeting, the opposition Democratic Party asked about a fund to finance the plan to exempt some items from the planned consumption tax hike. Acting Diet Affairs Chief Yuichiro Tamaki says Komeito leader Yamaguchi said increased tax revenues from what was saved from deflation would be used. He asks if Prime Minister Abe thinks the same way. Abe says tax revenues have increased for the past 3 years in a row and that it's important to examine if the increase is temporary or will continue for a while. Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Taro Aso spoke. Aso says he has repeatedly said that taxes cannot be viewed as a stable and permanent source of revenue since tax revenues could drop depending on the economic situation. The Japan Innovation Party asked a question about the planned consumption tax hike to 10% in April 2017. Acting Secretary General Nobuhiko Isaka says reducing the number of Diet members should come first before the planned tax hike. He says cutting down on the number of legislators is a precondition for